Welcome everyone to another TCG Thursday. Forgive me, I am a bit sick. I also have to apologize because there is going to be no giveaway tonight. Unfortunately, I was not able to attend my locals this week. I was going to go, and then crazy story, my next door's neighbor's car was on fire. So they had to call the fire department. They blocked the entire street, so I couldn't leave my house to go play at locals this week. So unfortunately, I have no packs to give out this week. So we're just gonna have to play some games. So just come sit down, hang out. Like I said, I'm a bit sick, but we're still gonna have some fun. Oh God. But yeah, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna play some games, and we're just gonna chill out and talk about how our week went. I hope everyone's been having a great week so far. Like I said, hopefully everybody's week has been better than mine. I've been a bit sick. I'm feeling a little under the weather, but I'm fine. I said it's just like a sore throat and a really annoying cough. But other than that, we're good to go. We're here. Tomorrow is already Friday, so the weekend is coming up, and it's just gonna be a good time. Let's just hang out, let's play some Pokemon, and we're just gonna jump straight into some games here. I did build this deck that I'm gonna be playing tonight. I came up with it just because I was like, you know what? I think ARBOK can complement ABSOL quite well, especially because we have that Team Rocket's Archer card in the Team Rocket set, and that's basically unfair stamp in a supporter card. So I think it makes for a pretty good combo. I still have not perfected the deck yet, but we can maybe experiment with it and come up with a better combo. But I think so far it's pretty fun. So the point is to try to get your ARBOKs out as soon as possible so that your opponent can't play any Pokemon with abilities. And then we can, if they're able to finally knock us out, hopefully by then we should have an ABSOL charged up, ready to go. We play Team Rocket's Archer or Unfair Stamp, which is the aspect that we're running, and then immediately start Claw of Darkness and have them play on top deck mode. So that's basically the gist of it. We always want to go blind first with this deck because we want to evolve into our ARBOKs as soon as possible. It's possible that we might have to go like right now. This is kind of not the greatest hand, but it's fine. We run Petrun EX for the subjugating chains. It's a great ability to have with this deck, so not off to a horrible start, but could be better for sure. So hopefully we top deck into an energy here. That would be great. Claire, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? All right, we did top deck the energy here, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. And then we're just gonna pass here. Hopefully we could get Arvin TM Evo next turn. We get TM Evo and Buddy Poffin. Kyle, welcome to the chat. How are you doing? Like I said, unfortunately, guys, no giveaway tonight. I wasn't able to get any packs this week. I wasn't able to go play at locals this week. It's Raging Bolt. Okay, so they're already pretty much set up, ready to go. So this isn't. This is definitely not the deck that you want to be playing like this deck against. Mom's doing good, everyone. Thanks for the prayers. Awesome. That is great to hear, Kyle. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do this. This person's already set up on their first turn. They already have their entire bench set up. So this deck definitely has a bad matchup on two cards that can just play Nest Ball for their Pokemon, because it prevents you from playing Pokemon with abilities from your hand, And Nest Ball, you play the Pokemon from your deck into the bench, so there's no need for, like, we can maybe stop the Noctowls from coming out, but we probably won't. Let's see, what can we do here? This is, like I said, they're already off to a great start here, and we're kind of I guess our hand wasn't great, but we can do this. Do we have TM Evo? Yes, we do. All right, I think this is probably the best we can do here. All right, just play Puffin, bring out our 2 Ekings. We'll attach one to this Ekings, and we will go ahead and subjugating chains. Wait. Oh, wait, what was that? I totally... Okay, sure. GG's? I don't know what happened there. I seriously don't know why they just conceded. Interesting. All right, it doesn't matter. A dub's a dub. I was the one on the back foot. I don't know why they conceded there. Maybe they had somewhere to go or something to do, but GG's to our opponent, but that was not a deserved win. that was totally horrible. But yeah, I'm glad to know that your mom's doing better, Kyle. Like I said, everyone just come hang out. Said no packs. I wasn't able to go to locals, like I said, because my neighbor's car caught on fire. I have no idea how it even caught on fire. They were outside and we just started hearing pops, and then next thing you know, there was a bunch of sirens outside. It was the fire department. They blocked off the street. They were trying to they put the fire out and everything, so nothing crazy happened, and it wasn't an explosion like in the movies or anything. It was just a few pops, and then the car just caught on fire. And then I said they blocked me from going out, so I couldn't go out to play that day, unfortunately. By the time that they finally left, I wasn't gonna make it. I think it was like local start at 7, and it was already like 6:50 something when they left, so I wasn't gonna make it. But anyway, yeah, let's get into some more games here. So that's why we do not have a giveaway for you guys tonight, unfortunately. But like I said, this deck is fun. Yeah, dude, I said I have a bit of a cold, but I'm okay. My throat is a bit sore, but other than that, I'm doing fine. All right, so we already have ARBOK here, so we do need to get out. So we already have a Buddy Poffin, so what we can do is we could play Arvin on our second turn for a Nest Ball and get out our Petulant. Yeah, but like I said, I'm just feeling a little bit under the weather, but I'm okay. Besides that, just a bit sick. I don't know if any of you guys play Magic. I think, Ben, you play Magic. I also attended I was able to attend a Avatar pre-release on Sunday with one of my friends, and it was pretty fun. Okay, there's the Petulant, so not a bad top deck. Let's go for the Buddy Poffin. Let's get out our 2 Ekings here. Then we're gonna go ahead and add energy, and we will pass. I'm not here for the giveaway. I appreciate it, Ben. Thank you. I said I wish I could give you guys more things. Like I said, you guys already know me, how I roll. The more things I have, the I think it's just, I don't even think we need to TM Evo here. I think we just go into We're just subjugating chains ARBOK here. Let's see, what does my opponent pull out? They're running the... I think this deck also needs to run a Shaman. I think a Shaman would be... I don't run Shaman right now. There's an Eviltal on the deck, but I find it kind of useless. Maybe it could buy us a turn here or there, but I don't really need to stall here, so... So I could have probably just added that energy to an Ekans instead. We have 3 snakes. Actually, we'll just leave it at 2 because the threat of this is kind of annoying. But we'll go ahead and evolve that. Actually, that's not a bad deal. We can actually start attacking with the energy switch. We could just get... we can Hilda for another ARBOK and a Rocket's energy. We can evolve that. We can attach here. We can subjugating chains. Bring out that ARBOK. We can E-switch like that. And then we can spinning tail. So, yeah, that's basically the gist of it. And then if we start trying to power up our Mega ABSOL at the same time with... We run 4 copies of Janine. And then by the time, hopefully, that they have something powerful out or anything like that, then we can start... we can start to... Sorry, Alright, so we're going to TM Evo here. Alright, Battle Cage, that's... I run 2 of those, so it's fine. That's actually helps us out. 'Cause, we don't run any Monkey Dory or anything like that in this deck. Specifically for that reason, because if I'm playing Battle Cage, then there's no reason for me to run Monkey Dory. But yeah, if they get something big out, hopefully by the time that ABSOL can come out, they might even have already 60 damage counters on them, and then I can just terminal period and knock them out as well. Okay, so here I can... Alright, so I can either Janine, or I can make it annoying for them, and I can TM Devo. Which I don't think is an awful idea. Kind of slow them down. I do run 2 TM Devos. I think we'll go ahead and do that. We'll do Earthen Vessel, I think. And we will do a TM Devo. So we'll go ahead and do that. Throw away an Ekans. Get 2 Dark Energies. We'll throw 1 there. Go ahead and TM Devo. I said make it kind of annoying for them. They'll be able to evolve into the Primplubs, but not into the Metangs. So I think that's the strat here. Just prevent them from playing the game. Right now, we can Janine Secret Art into our ARBOK and our ABSOL. The only problem is that we're going to be on top deck mode for a while, but it's fine. Okay, they're bossing up the ABSOL so that they can get their Metangs online. It's a good thing that we have them wasting their boss's orders like that. There's a nest ball. There's the Genesect. Okay, so they're gonna be able to... So they can't evolve right now. They would have to boss again in order to get the Primplubs out. I mean, the Empoleons. Now, the thing is that we don't want them to get to Empoleon because Empoleon effects of cards don't affect it. So you cannot TM Devo it, unfortunately. So we're going to try to see what we can do here to prevent them from... and they fail. They whiff the Metang. That's good for us. So that was a pretty good... at least on our end, that was good for us that they whiffed the Metang. They were only able to attach one. Okay. What do we top deck here? Another E-switch. Okay. Let's go ahead and subjugating chains up our ARBOK. Then we go ahead and Janine. Do these two here. Alright. And then I think we just get our Mega ABSOL ready to go here. Hey, what's up, Nai? How you doing? Hopefully you've been having a great week. Just for anybody who's just joining in now, I mentioned this earlier, but unfortunately there's no giveaway today. We weren't able to play at our locals this week. So unfortunately we're just going to be playing the game right here, just hanging out, chilling out. But yeah, who's looking forward to the holidays? It's already Thanksgiving next week. It's incredible how time flies by. It's been a year already. Like the year just went by quickly. All right, they would have to boss up here to get their Empoleon up and ready to go. And the worst thing is that their Empoleon snipes the bench too, so that's not great. Let's see, we have that ready to go. Let's go ahead and subjugating chains into our other ARBOK here. Have a fresh ARBOK up there. Now, I don't know if we spinning tail here in the hopes to get another TM Devo and get rid of their Primplubs, or we just go into Mega ABSOL. Oh no, but terminal period doesn't affect Empoleon either. Alright, okay, yeah, so they need to boss up here in order to do anything, in order to evolve into their Empoleons. They can't counter catcher. It has to be a boss's orders. Do they have it? Now we just need to hit an Arvin to TM Devo here. If they don't, they're losing 3 Pokemon next turn if they do not find anything here. They have to boss up something. If not, they're not doing anything, and we take 3 prizes. Alright, that's good for us. What do we top deck? A nest ball. Okay, and they just concede. Yep. So that's the gist of the deck so far. Hopefully we don't play it as slow as that game, but that's kind of the whole gist of it. Is you just keep on you know, knocking out everything that they have on the bench with the ARBOK as much as you can, and then, you know, like I said, if they were to knock us out, we run 3 Team Rocket's archers on there. So by then, hopefully, we have a powered up, a powered up ABSOL, and then we can go ahead and start doing Claw of Darkness and start taking away all their resources. That's kind of the point of the deck, but I mean, I think it's not a bad combo. Is it amazing? No. Like I said, you get bodied by any basic decks, right? Anything that just plays basic Pokemon, like the Tords deck or Joltik box. Right now, any Terra box Pokemon, anything that doesn't run any Pokemon if you can just search it with a nest ball, then we get bodied. But it works well against anything that you need to evolve from hand. So yeah, that's the way that goes. All right, let's get into some more games. I said I might want to run a Shaman, but so far I haven't had the need to. But a Shaman wouldn't be bad just to protect us from, like, right now they had that Wellspring, which I don't know why they didn't go for the Wellsprings play. They started putting everything on their Empoleon, on their Prinplup. It's like they should have gone into if I was them, I would have gone into just the Wellspring Ogerpon. But they decided to put all their eggs in one basket with the Prinplup, and that was kind of the alright, I guess we start Yveltal. Not ideal. Mulligan. Alright, we're up against a Marnie's Grimmsnarl, which is an okay matchup. Obviously they need to evolve Grimmsnarl from hand, otherwise its ability doesn't kick in. So not a bad matchup. Alright, awesome. Alright, they're starting out with the Mega Absol. So, alright, so this isn't too terrible. We'll go ahead and bring out our 2 Ekings here. We'll go ahead and Nest Ball for a Pecharunt. And then we will go ahead. We don't need the TM Evo, so unless, actually, you know what? We might want to. Hopefully they don't Iono us. If they Iono us, that could be a little bit troublesome. But I think we should be fine here. We'll go ahead and I think we should be okay to Earth Investor our TM Evo here. Let's get 2. And we'll go ahead and attach to one of the Ekings now. And we will end our turn. There's a Snorunt, Buddy Poffin. Two Impidimps, okay. Do they have the TM Evo here? They do not. Interesting. Okay. There's the Hilda. So I think we go into... I think we Subjugating Chains here. Actually, we don't have to. We can just retreat with the free retreat from the Yveltal. Evolve there. Evolve there. Then we can go ahead and Hilda for that. We can attach there. So not bad. And then we can start to spinning tail here. Alright, so we do have Rocket's Archer in case they are able to get a knockout on us next turn. There's the Morgrim. Okay. We do have the double Archer here. Now, I don't know. So if I do the knockout, if I knock out the Snorunt, they have Counter Catcher online, which will let them evolve. So we want them to boss instead. So we're just going to... I don't think we attack this turn. I think we just get ready. Let's see. Then we get a Bravery Charm. And a Pokegear here. Yeah. There's Janine, okay. Actually, I should have Nestballed. Alright, too late for that now. It's fine. I think we don't hit into the Snorunt. That way they don't get the they don't get Counter Catcher. Because they might have Counter Catcher or at least an Arven in hand. So we'll just do that and leave it at that. Because that's probably what they were banking on. That I was going to knock out the Snorunt. And then they would have been able to Counter Catcher up. So if they're hoping to evolve into Grimmsnarl, they would have to boss us here. Alright. What do we top deck? Unfair Stamp. Okay. I'm not sure that I want to Janine here. I could Janine into these two, but I'd rather not. I think we just... this is so... Not sure. So I don't want them to just Counter Catcher or evolve into their Grimmsnarls. They would have to boss us. Yep, that's all they can do. Yep, I think we just keep the game of chicken going. Yeah, this is kind of boring, but we're in control right now. We're not letting them play. So they need to boss. They need to find boss. They can't Counter Catcher us here. They already have the Grimmsnarls in hand. I'm pretty sure. Alright, what do we top deck here? TM Devo. Okay, I think... No, I think we pass still as well. They need to boss. They absolutely have to get their Grim Snarls online. I'm sure they have Counter Catcher in hand. I'm 100% positive of that. We need to find a way to get out our ABSOL as well, and we haven't gotten anything. Okay, so here we go. We do that. We get an Ultra Ball. I'm gonna get a Nest Ball. Energy Switch, maybe? No, whoops. I need it. Do we get the Mochi? Yeah, I think we can get the Mochi here. Go ahead and Nest Ball for one of those. Do we Bravery Charm? I think we Bravery Charm it. Let's bump that and end our turn. So this isn't the most exciting gameplay, but it is a control type deck, so are they gonna go ahead and TM Evo? If they TM Evo here, then they don't get the Grimmsnarl ability. And then we can start knocking things out. They are going to TM Evo. Okay, perfect. You're gonna get probably Frostlass, Morgrim, maybe. That's what they might be doing. Alright, there's the Frostlass. Okay, so now we can attack without them getting Counter Catcher here. Alright, we go ahead and attach to our other ARBOK. And then we can Janine here for at these two here. Alright, that's actually all the energy we have. Okay. Alright, now we need to get more energy on the ABSOL. We need an E-switch here. If we E-switch, we could take out their ABSOL. Okay. What do we top deck? Another Janine. Unfortunately, we're out of Alright, let's see. Do we attack now? I think we do. I think we just go for it. Hopefully we get some energy from our prize cards, maybe. Alright, so they'll be able to counter catch now. Alright, there's the other energy that we're looking for. For sure that's what they're looking for. They probably have counter catcher already in hand, so they're gonna play it, bring up our Yveltal or our Mega Absol something, and then they'll evolve. There's the unfair stamp. Okay. Oh, we also get unfair stamp. Awesome. Buddy Poffin, okay. They fail that. There's a Devo, okay. If they Devo us, then we just evolve again. It's not a problem. Our Ekings have 70 HP, so it's not a problem. Okay. They're about to lose 3 Pokemon here, so let's see. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll attach there. Get a TM Devo just in case. Three prize turn there. All right. Okay, let's see. So the Grimmsnarl is done here. Counter gain. Okay. Do they have the... Okay, they're attaching to their benched one. Okay, sure. Spike Myth, sure. I think all their Impidimps are in the discard, so it doesn't really do them too good. Okay, I think we do one more time, spin, and then we just knock out the ABSOL for game. Yeah, I should have put a Binding Mochi on it, and that would have been game. But hindsight's 20/20. You know, we were trying to protect it, so we should be fine. We should be able to take the knockout here. Subjugating Chains next turn for the knockout. This should be fine. Energy switch? Okay, sure. Alright, that's game. Just go ahead and Claw of Darkness here. Get rid of their counter catcher. And that is the game. So, like I said, slow, but it just controls the tempo of the game. We don't let our opponent play at all. We're kind of in control of everything. It's just a good combination. Like I said, it's not a great combination because we get bodied by anything that plays just just basic Pokemon. I said if we bumped into a Joltik box, we're just cooked. We don't have any response for it, and they'll just be taking 2 prize knockouts with Iron Hands like it's free. And there's nothing we can do to counter it. Like I said, we might be able to answer with Claw of Darkness, but it's not a great matchup. Like anything, I said the first opponent that we went against, which was the Raging Bolt, anything that just plays basics like that, we're just cooked. There's nothing we can do against those decks. And you guys said you guys want to blindly go first, just in case we do have our ARBOK and our Ekings in the active, and we get our ARBOK on our second turn, we can immediately evolve it and prevent them from playing anything. Sometimes, like I said, our opponent will choose for us to go second. In that case, then we do the TM Evo play. But that's how you want to do it. Said bad matchups against anything, they will go first. So they're having us go second. So chances are we're playing against. Okay, so we're gonna mulligan here. Alright, we only took one mulligan, so that's not horrible. Okay, we get our Petulant. Alright, let's see. What are we playing up? What are we playing against? Okay, another Petulant. Alright. So another dark type deck. If it's the Tor deck, we're gonna get cooked. Okay, it's not a Tor deck because they're playing Buddy Poffin. Okay. Alright, and Zoroark. Okay, not bad. Nest Ball. There's the Reshiram. So this does not look good at all. They're already fully set up, and all we have is one Nest Ball. Alright, let's just hope that they can't get Zoroark on their following turn. That's the only thing that we can hope for. But I'm pretty sure they have it. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the best we can. Actually, they wouldn't be able to get the turn off. I think that's the best we can do, unfortunately. Yeah, we just pass. Then we go in Subjugating Chains next turn. Bring up the ARBOK. And hopefully we'll be able to play the game. There's, yep, Cyrano, of course. So that's why we want to go first. But in this case, they went ahead and, yeah, we're cooked here. We can, if we get the Devo, then that'll, we would need a TM Devo here. And they would have to find boss in order for us to have a chance at playing the game. Alright. Still no attack, so not bad. Okay, let's go ahead and Nest Ball for another one. Now, I don't actually. That was a misplay. I should not have done that. I mean, I guess we can do this. Prevent them. Oh, but they got the Subjugating Chains. It doesn't matter. I don't know. Okay, yeah, no. Doesn't do anything. Okay. Yeah, this is just cooked here. He trade. Watchtower, okay. Sure. They still haven't attached the Zoroark, so that's at least something. The second that I evolve, they're gonna target my Ekings, I'm sure. Yeah, I think we just go for the Gnaw. Even the Paralyze doesn't do anything. At least, I mean, they won't be able to attack, but... Alright, do we hit an Arven here? Let's go. Okay. Let's go ahead and... Go ahead and Arven for a TM Devo. Okay, we only have the one. And a Nest Ball. Alright, we evolve into ARBOK here. And then we do that. Okay. Oh, we can't TM Devo. We have the Mochi. Oh, God. Yeah. Way to go, me. Should have gone the... Should have gone for the... That's such a bad misplay. The king of misplays back at it again. Yeah, that was not what I was looking to do. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah, we're. This is so cooked. We're like. So the good thing is that they have not attached to the Zoroarks yet. They're playing the slow game here as well, and they're okay. Now they're going to. There's the Janine. Okay. All right. Now they attack. Alright, yeah, this is kind of cooked here. We need a better draw support. I mean, the whole point is for them to hit us so that we can hit them with that that Team Rocket's Archer. But I guess when they're playing slow just like I am, then it kind of doesn't do anything, you know? Yeah, they're just gonna go ahead and knock out our ARBOK here. All right. Let's do that. All right, let's see what we get off this unfair stamp. Okay, perfect. Now, do we Janine or do we Hilda? I think we Hilda for the Rocket's energy. Devolve them. Let's see. Go for the Hilda. Alright, let's see. Let's see what we can do. Alright, well they can't evolve into their Zoroarks now. Alright, let's see. They would have to find boss in order for us to... They can scratch. But we need to make sure to take out the Zoruas before they are capable of evolving here. All right. Let's see. What do we do here? There's a Poffin. We can do that. We can do another ARBOK. Okay. Then we can Janine here to these two. All right. Okay. So we were lucky that they weren't able to start attaching cards right away. So they need a boss here in order for them to be able to evolve. They can't counter catcher. Counter catcher's offline. They need to boss up something else. Okay. All right. Well, at least this Zorua is going down this turn. Okay. We can ARBOK here. And then we can Janine again. Let's do this one. And let's do the Petulant as well, I guess. Doesn't hurt to have energy on the Petulant in case we need it. Do that, we get another Janine. Perfect. Okay, not bad. Alright, and then we go ahead and Spin Tail here. Alright, there's one. So counter catcher's still not online. Get another Ekings, okay. Even if they were to counter catcher us this turn, they have no more. Okay, there's a Zorua. Iono, okay. Okay, Team Rocket's energy, perfect. And we got the Team Rocket's Archer. So we can start Claw of Darknessing next turn if we need to. The turn after. If they're able to get a knockout on my ARBOK here. I'm not sure why they Iono'd here. They basically got rid of their Zoroarks in their hand. Okay. Got the E-switch. So we can attach the Team Rocket's ARBOK. Do we want to put another Ekings down? I think we don't. We can Arven here for... thin out the deck there. Just get another Pokegear. I think that's fine. Then we just go ahead and start doing terminal, Spin Tail again, I think. Alright, there's that. There's another one. So counter catcher is live for them. If they have counter catcher, they can evolve their only Zorua. There it is. There's a monkey. There's a Zoroark, okay. There's the Hero's Cape. Alright, not a bad idea. Okay, there's the Iono play. Alright, that's not great. We do need another energy here. I don't know if I should put lilies in here. Lilies wouldn't be bad, but okay. Let's see. I think we go ahead and subjugating chains, and then hopefully we do get the archer play next turn. That would be good. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get it off like we need to. Does it have to be from an attack though, or does it just as long as it's knocked out? Okay, yeah, so as long as they were knocked out during the last turn. Oh, but if it dies to poison, it doesn't kick in. But they can Adrenabrain here. If they Adrenabrain and knock it out, they might Adrenabrain into something else though. It's possible. I'm not sure. Turo, they're using the Turo to pick. What are they picking up with Turo? Okay, the Reshiram. Alright, got it out of harm's way. Alright, they're gonna Adrenabrain. Are they gonna Adrenabrain our active? Yes, okay, so we do have the... But we need a dark energy. Otherwise this doesn't work. Alright, we need to hit a dark energy with the Team Rocket's Archer here. Alright, I think, yeah, we just rip it. Do we Benchy Veltal at all? I don't see why we would need to. Alright. Alright, we did. We got the Darkness Energy. Perfect. Do that. Then we go ahead and Claw of Darkness here. Alright, what do they have? Alright, get rid of the Iono here. And we get the TM Devo. Perfect. They can still trade. Yeah, they could just trade a bunch of times, so wasn't necessarily as effective as we originally thought we could have been. Oh, do they have the knockout here? I don't know. Is that enough for the knockout? It's only 30 damage. Okay, they're gonna knock out our Petulant. Okay, I think we go into the ARBOK play again here. Let's see, do we Hilda? No, we don't want to. Alright, let's see. Rocket's energy. No, we just get a Dark and an ARBOK. Just to thin out. Alright, there's the TM Devo again. I don't think I play any boss. I should probably play some boss. I could have boss Petulant for game as well. Okay, that's not good. They were ready with it. They were so ready with it. Man, I should probably play some sort of boss here. I mean, I was playing... Said I went for unfair stamp, but I was doing Prime Catcher before. Prime Catcher was pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, we're kind of cooked here. Damn. I don't see how we win at all here. Yeah, this is GG's already. I don't have an answer. Yeah, I don't have anything. We're just gonna concede here. That was an interesting game. We could have won. It was okay. I said there's definitely, I see some flaws in the deck for sure. I think we need to do some sort of boss here. Let's see. I think we get rid of one Hilda. And we need to get rid of one more card. I don't know, maybe we get rid of the one Body Puffin. We can get rid of the Veltal. Like I feel like it's just not needed. I said it can maybe buy us some turns in the game where we're not going against a dark type deck. Because there's so much Petulant around right now that it feels like it's useless to have the Veltal in the deck, you know? Like you're not clutching anything because you're just going up against dark decks. Right now it's like the era of dark decks. You know, we got obviously the Zoroark, and it's only going to get better. The Zoroark's deck is going to get better with Zekrom. So obviously we got the Mega ABSOL deck. All these decks are running Petulant, so it's kind of hard for there to be any value in Yveltal. Except I was also thinking a Shaman in here maybe. I don't know. I think maybe we get rid of... We need to get rid of one card for sure, but I just don't know what. So we got rid of Hilda, but we need to get rid of one more. I feel like I'm not playing Ultra Ball either, but it's the only thing that we have to get any ARBOK in case we don't have a Hilda. We can maybe get rid of one Janine. I feel like 4 might be a little excessive. And let's do 2 boss maybe. I think that works. Because we need some sort of gust. Instead of, I was playing Prime Catcher before, but it almost felt kind of useless with Pecharunt. So I think Unfair Stamp is good. Like I said, we can still pull off the even if we have an Arvin, we can still pull off the Rocket's Archer basically with just the Unfair Stamp. So that play is still open even if we don't have an Archer in our hand. I think I said I just need some sort of gust. I think maybe 2 is fine. I said I wanted 3 Hilda because Hilda's good at finding us our Rocket's energy. I think that's it. I think that's the changes I make. I said it's an interesting deck, but I can't find... It's not a perfect deck. This is kind of like one of those meme decks that you play just to kind of get a rise up out of our opponents, make it frustrating for them to play. I might, if I get this to be any good, I might take it into my locals one day, but I need to find the perfect 60. This is still kind of, you know, testing phases. I don't know, maybe you, Ben, if you or you might have any recommendations, anything that you might see that like, oh, maybe add this or remove this. Just because it's just so sad. The deck is, it functions. It does the combos that I need it to do. But I just feel like there's, at some point, a lot of cards become dead cards, you know? Alright, we go first at least. So we like going first. Alright, we do get 2, but we don't have any way of getting... Alakazam, okay. So this can be good. Alright, Pokegear. Sounds good. Definitely not what we need. Do we town store here yet? Maybe next turn. We'll see what happens. We'll see what we get. I don't want to play the other Pokegear just yet. We'll see what we top deck. Trying the Sharpedo deck, but the Zard one kills me every time. So Sharpedo loses to Zard. Okay, there's the Hilda. Alright, we need to get out our Ekings this next turn. Like, we have to. Alright, Enhanced Hammer's gone. Okay. We need to evolve our 2 Ekings, all like ASAP. Dark Energy. Okay. Alright, no TM Evo, so we wouldn't even have the TM Evo. Our TM Evo is prized. All right, we do get Arvin. Perfect. Could I have gotten Hilda? I should have gotten Hilda. I'm so that was dumb. That was dumb. All right, let's do that. Let's Ultra Ball the Binding Mochi and the E-Switch. And let's get out the ARBOK. Alright, now they cannot evolve. They would need to boss, but they probably have boss. But they can't, they might have boss in hand. But they cannot put down the Dunsparce. They cannot put down Kadabras. Nothing. Oh, there's the boss. Okay, see. Do they have the... Okay, there's the... Alright, are they gonna waste another boss here? I think they only play... They might play more than... Okay, they probably play like 4 boss. Yveltal. Okay. We definitely need some lilies as well. Something to help us... No. All right. Yeah, there's the boss's order. Yeah, we definitely need something. Megazord does turn. Oh, the Megazord. Yeah, Megazord is rough. Megazord can do so much damage super quick. Jesus. There's the Alakazam. They probably have Candy Alakazam here already. This is cooked. We need something to help us refresh our hand, because this is definitely not good. Alright, if they knock out our Ekings here though, then we go into Team Rocket's Archer here. Alright. Another dark energy. We can unfair stamp first. Yeah, I know, 23. And he's about to go down to 2. But we need to... Okay, we do that. We didn't get boss. Boss would have been perfect here. Town store. TM Devo. Let's see, 3, that's 60. We can at least tank 1 attack. And then we can start devoing them. Unless they have a Lilies in hand, I think we're able to tank it. Tank 1 hit. Mega for extra effect. All right. Now we go ahead and TM Devo here. All right, we might be done here. If they have the energy on the Fan Rotom, we lose. All they need is an energy on the Fan Rotom. Pecharunt. Cage prevents from the opponent from moving damage counters. All right, there we go. That's it. That's cooked. We could have won. We could have, but we needed to... because they could just boss. Because as long as the ARBOK is in the active, they can't play any Kadabras or anything like that. That's why we didn't put anything else, because otherwise they just had boss in hand. They were just going to boss up something else and evolve and attack. So in order for them to prevent that, you know, we needed to do that. We just needed to hope, because they play very little energy. I think they only play like 4 or 5 psychic energy. So if we could have gotten them, preventing them from drawing that many cards, we could have done something. But yeah, it just didn't work out the way that we wanted to. We could have... if we had a better opening hand, like I said, actually I need to go back and add some more cards to shuffle our hand, because honestly it's not good that we're just kind of relying on that one strategy. We need to be able to refresh our hands every now and then, because we just have dead hands and it doesn't really work. Like right now we're gonna be going up against this single prizer deck, I'm pretty sure. And this deck does really bad against anything that just runs basics. So definitely not the best there. And then we pass. This is probably Tord box, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Lily's just a great card. I think I'm gonna have to add some Lilies in here. I didn't want to because I feel like it makes the deck more inconsistent, but it's already inconsistent enough as it is. So might as well add some Lilies in there, you know? So they're gonna Arvin here for Precious Trolley. Oh, Nestball Turbo Energize. Interesting. Mega ABSOL. Okay. Okay. Yeah. See, we need Arvin or. All right, get me out of here. I need to edit this deck a little bit more. I need to lab with it some more, because so far it's just gonna keep breaking on us like that. We need to do something. I mean, like I said, the deck is already not a good deck, right? It's a meme deck. It's not. You're not gonna win a cup with this deck, but there are a few things that we can do to make it better, right? I mean, we definitely need Lilies in here. Now, what do we cut out? I think we cut out one Battle Cage. We don't need to run two. So at least I think we get one out from there. Let's see. Energy switch, maybe we only play two as well. I want 3 Lilies in here, I think. So we need to cut out one more card. Alright. Energy, I feel like energy is okay. Maybe we can cut down on 1 rockets. Alright, I need to turn on my fan here because I'm dying inside here. It's hot. Let's turn off the lights. All right, let's see. What do I do here? All right, there we go. The microphone, I unplugged my microphone as I was moving around over here. Oh my God. Cut one of the Janines. Yeah, I need 3. It's really good for powering up our ABSOL while it's on the bench. So I definitely need that. Town Store, obviously we need Town Store. It's really good, especially since we depend on a lot of these cards, a lot of these tool cards. Because I want to add 3 Lilies in here for sure. 3 Lilies I feel it's pretty good. Let's see. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll just cut the Veltal. We'll just play like this. This is the strat. We'll just go. 1, 2, 3. All right, we'll do that and see how that feels. All right, and we'll see how if that does anything. The blue hair guy, it's Archer. So whenever they knock out one of our Team Rocket's Pokemon, in this case our Ekings or our ARBOKs, we can play that. It makes us shuffles our hand. We draw 5. They draw 2 or 3. And then we go into ABSOL and start Claw of Darkness, and then we have them play on top deck mode for the rest of the game. So that's the whole point of that combination. But yeah, I think Lilies is a good idea to throw it in any deck right now. It's such a good card. And especially when I'm not taking a lot of prizes at first, it's pretty good, I think. Helps us draw more cards for sure. All right. But that game against the Alakazam, super winnable. We just needed to do more, you know. We needed to cycle our hand a lot faster. And we could have won. All right. We mulligan. Great. I didn't even see. Did they pick up for us to go first, or are they going first? I didn't even see. My God. All right, we get 1 Ekings at least. All right, let's see what are we up against here. And we'll see who goes first. I might be going first here. Yeah, it's definitely a Zard deck, probably, from the looks of it. We'll see how we do against it. Yep, it is a Zard deck. Perfect. Alright, we're going first. Alright, that's good. Let's go ahead and... Do we Ultra Ball? Let's go ahead and Pokegear, get Hilda. I don't know if I want to bench Absol just yet. No, we'll see what we can, if we can get out more Ekings here. Alright, we'll just do that for now. We'll go ahead and play Arvin, Buddy Poffin maybe. Ultra Ball Ekings. TM Evo the Ekings. And that way we have 2 Ekings on the bench. And they can't play any Duskulls, they can't play anything with an ability. So the Oricorio deck, they wouldn't be able to play it unless they played a Nest Ball for it. Yeah, the side duck would be good here, but if we can keep ARBOK in the active, they won't be able to evolve. So let's see. Let's go ahead and I think we Hilda first because we don't have any energy here. Arvin, Buddy Poffin, TM Evo. I think we Hilda. Okay. Yeah, we just do that for now, and then we Buddy Poffin TM Evo on the next turn. Yeah, I think that's all we do for now. Yeah, but right now they can't play anything with an ability. They cannot play. They would have to boss something up for it to matter. All right, what do we top deck? Perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Arvin, Buddy Poffin, TM Evo. All right. Ooh, no valid cards. Ouch. So they can just boss up our Ekings then. And we're kind of cooked. Which means we prize 2 ARBOKs, and that's not good. So we need to get rid of this Duskull before they evolve it. So we need to start attacking next turn for sure. So right now they can't evolve. They can't turn this into a Dusclops at all. They need a boss right now or a counter to be able to put up my... Okay, there you go. There's the boss. Now they can evolve it. Rare Candy, Dustnor. Okay, sure. Alright, sure. Alright, so now we do this. We do that. Then we... Do we Super Rod? We need to Super Rod some... Well, not really. We're fine like that. We could do it with 2. Well, I don't know if we benched this yet. Okay. There's that. We do that. And then we end our turn. Okay. See, I guess... Do we... Now we can Janine here, or we can Lily's Determination. But we're only going to see 6 cards, and I don't know if we can hit into an energy. This at least guarantees us 2 energy attachments. Alright. Wait. What happened? I chose 2 cards. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. What's going on? What happened there? Perfect. I can TM Devo if I need to. Alright, they don't have any Charizards yet. I don't know what happened there. I chose 1. Oh my god. King of Misplays. See, that's what happens when you play when you're sick. That's exactly what happens when you play when you're sick. It is awful. Let's get another Lily. Actually, we can boss. We have Town Store, so we can get TM Devo whenever we need to. Yeah, but Mochi doesn't... I don't think it accelerates damage with an effect. I don't think it works that way. Okay. I'm not sure if we go for the... We get the TM Devo now. Yeah, it does 40 more damage, but I don't think it applies because if it's an effect. We can try going for it, but I don't think it's gonna work. I said I don't think it'll work just because it's an effect, but we can try. Let's go ahead and boss up the Pidgeotto and see if it does more damage, but I doubt it. Oh, it does work. That's interesting. Thanks for the heads up there, Mark. I don't know if I should call you just Mark. But I didn't think that Mochi worked with the effect of the card. But I guess it does work. Alright, cool. Well, we shut them down. They weren't able to play the game. Yeah, that's how you play this deck. It's pretty simple. We just got 20 more minutes, so we'll get another game in. And I want to make a video on this deck, just showing how to play it and everything. I think it's a pretty fun deck. Obviously, like I said, it's not a competitive deck. You're not gonna take this to your regionals and do well, but it's just fun for frustrating our opponents. But yeah, I think adding the lilies really did change a little bit. It felt a little more smooth. Of course, we only used one lilies, but yeah, that worked. All right, they're going first, so we need to see if we can go for the TM Evo play. Okay. Not great. We got our 2 Petrovans. All right. I think that's all we do. Yep. Done. Kai, how you doing? What? What is this deck? Meloetta. Heal 10 damage from this Pokemon. Alcremie. Is Alcremie 3 stages or 2? Okay. It's a nest ball for... We got 3... How many ARBOKs? We have 3 ARBOKs. Okay. 3 Janines, 3 Archers, 2 Hildas, 2 Lily. So we prized 1 Lily. We prized 1 Hilda, I think. We prized 1 boss. Do I have a boss in hand? I do not. So yeah, we prized 1 boss. We have our A-Spec. Alright, we got that. Alright. Yeah, I think we prized 2 energies. Oh no, there they are. Let's see. Rocket's energy. And then I think we wait for the Pokegear for next turn. Let's see what we can do here. Mystery Garden, okay. Lilies, okay, good for them. The Diancie, okay. Spoink. Well, we can't hurt Diancie. Okay, there's the boss's order. That's good. One boss down so that we don't have to worry about that next turn. There's an Alcremie, I think. What does it do? This attack does 20 damage for each of your Pokemon in play. That's pretty strong. Okay. Let's go ahead and subjugating chains. Let's evolve. Let's attach. Can we get a Lily? No. Denied the Lily. That's not good. Once again in top deck mode here, guys. Can't even binding Mochi here. Oh my god. We're gonna lose to an like this weird deck. Jesus. That is awful. Yeah, but I didn't have Mochi. That's the problem. Alright, let's see what we can do here. We can knock out 3 Pokemon next turn. But then they can just come and sweep up shop with Diancie. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay. Got a nest ball. Not the best top deck there. Do we Pecharunt here? I mean, nope, we don't. Do I nest ball for another Ekans maybe? Or do we just go into ABSOL? We can try going into ABSOL maybe. It doesn't hurt. I feel like this game isn't going how we want it to already. Alright, there's 1. There's 2. There's 3 prizes. Okay. Not horrible. They're probably going into Diancie. They're about to open a can of whoop on us. If they get an energy, though. It feels like they're not getting the energy right now. There's the air balloon. Okay, there's a Lilies. Doesn't look like they got the energy. We need the Mochi. Well, we can't even... We're not poisoned. That's the problem. We might be able to put 260 there. Come in with ABSOL maybe. I don't know. It's a possibility. Zacian. Wondrous Patch. Okay, yeah, they're preparing. Energy switch. Nope. Do we bring back an energy? I mean, no, I feel like that's just gonna... okay. I don't know what we're doing here. Doesn't look like we're doing anything good, really. This is just the most awkward match. They would have to discard 2 to knock us out, though. All right. Now they just need to discard, yeah, the 2. It's weak to steel, so that doesn't help. Okay. I guess we go in with ABSOL. No, let's go in with Pecharunt just in case. Pokegear. Can we get a Lily? Can we get a Lily? No, we cannot get a Lily. We get an Archer, though. Okay, let's see. Do we need to play anything before we Archer here? I think we Super Rod 2 of those energy back, so we're gonna need them. Okay. And we got nothing but energy. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I think we're just... I don't know what we do here. Alright, let's see what we can do. They're gonna knock out our Petch. We're gonna be even on prices. Oh wow, that's a pretty good Zacian. The Zacian, Zacian, I don't know. There's a lot of ways that people pronounce that. A Mimikyu and another Mimikyu. They go for the research. Okay. Wondrous Patch. Oh my, yeah. This is a pretty interesting deck. Not gonna lie. Oh my, okay. Yeah, we're cooked. We're cooked here. All right. It's curtains. Yeah, it's curtains. That was an interesting game. Wait, what? I'm sorry, what? What just happened? I'm not sure why they just conceded. Sure, we'll take it. All right, we take those. I don't know what happened there. I really don't know what happened, but they conceded, which is fine. All right. I didn't have enough to knock them out. They did. They had enough to knock me out with the other Diancie. So I'm not sure why they conceded there. They could have won that. Alright. Well, I think that's going to do it for today, guys. I had a lot of fun playing this deck. Like I said, it needs work. There's bones behind it. I think it can get better. I'm not saying that it's going to be 100 times better, but it can get better. I don't know what pieces I'm missing. I would have to dig around a little bit more. The good thing is that the ARBOK was able to slow them down for a bit, I guess. Yeah, I need to find a way to make it more consistent, you know. Arvin is good. I like having Arvin. I said it gets us, if we don't have Town Store, we can still get our one Psyduck. I mean, I said I don't. So this actually helps us. This is like, we don't need to play every Psyduck. So the battle cage prevents all damage counters from being placed on benched Pokemon by effects of attacks and abilities from your opponent's Pokemon. So this shuts off, it shuts off Dusknoir. They wouldn't be able to attack anything on our bench. They can still put it on our active, but they can't do it on our bench. Now, by us playing ARBOK, they're not able to evolve either. So as you saw with the other Charizard deck, they were able to do it and knock it out, but then they weren't able to play them anymore because they Pokemon with abilities, they cannot play them from their hand. So it works there. I don't think I need a Psyduck when I have Battle Cage and ARBOK. I feel like it's redundant to have a Psyduck in here. It's just a bench space that I don't need to occupy. So maybe another Binding Mochi or something would be good. I'm not sure. Yeah, more Mochi would be okay, I think. I don't know what I would get rid of, though. I don't want to get rid of, because the TM defaults also come in clutch, as we've seen. The energy, I feel like it's barely enough to sustain an ABSOL and a few ARBOKs. If we need to attack with Pecharunt in dire cases where we need to take our last 2 prize cards, we can do that as well. Does 60 damage for each prize card your opponent has taken, so we can also do that. I said don't use Absol, but that's like the whole point of the deck. So with Arbok, we're able to place 60 damage counters, right? Let's say that they do have let's say Cerulege, right? Let's say they have a Cerulege or a Dragapult, for instance. Let's say they have a Dragapult, right? If I already have 6 damage counters placed on their Dragapult from Arbok attacks, right? They knock out my Arbok. Let's say I already have, because I've done this before. I said this is not the first time I'm playing this deck. I built it like last weekend. If they knock out my Arbok, right? I can either unfair stamp, and I can bring up the Absol. If they already have 60 damage counters, then they're knocked out, right? If let's say that they don't have a missed energy, it knocks them out. So we can get a one-hit KO there. If that's not the case, let's say that they don't have any big Pokemon or anything, right? We can still go into either Unfair Stamp or an Archer, bring them down to 2 or 3 cards in their hand. We bring up Absol, and then we Claw of Darkness, and then they're not playing the game anymore. They can't play the game anymore. Does that make sense? Like, I think that's how like these two are just the main things, right? Pecharunt is here just to get us our free retreat and our Mochi combos. Because even we can also do the same thing. We can bring up Absol and Binding Mochi to it, and then Claw of Darkness is now doing 240. It can knock out let's say it's able to knock out Latias, it's able to knock out Fez, it's able to knock out any cornerstone, any Ogre Pawns. So that's kind of like how it works, right? That's the vision, at least, with the deck. I still feel like there's pieces missing. Like, we added 3 lilies, but I still feel like we only saw Lily one time. Out of all the times that we played, I think we only saw Lily once. And I added 3. So I'm not sure if it's just bad draws, but I don't know how else to make it more consistent. All right, guys. But yeah, so it's 9:58. I think I'm gonna call it a night. Hopefully, I get some cards from. I'm going to play. It's actually going to be a league challenge on Tuesday. I'm going to be playing the mill deck. I'm going to be playing my this Great Tusk mill to the event, and we'll see how it goes. I believe in this deck. I think this deck is going to be, especially because there's going to be so much Goldango. Every time that I go to play at a challenge, I at least play against 2 or 3 Goldangos. So this is perfect. Even a Cerulege, we can probably beat Cerulege. As long as we're able to get rid of their stadiums, we can win as well. I'm going to be playing this. See, like right here, it's perfectly makes sense. Since I'm not playing a Battle Cage, I have the side duck mark. So maybe one Mega Gengar. Mega Gengar wouldn't be bad, but I don't know if I have. I would need to give up 3 cards. But yeah, that's kind of how. Hopefully, I'm able to win some packs on Tuesday, and then we can get back to our giveaways next week, hopefully. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for us tonight, guys. It was fun. Like I said, if you guys like the deck, try the deck. It's a lot of fun. Maybe you guys can find some tech that I didn't see. I don't know, just something that maybe could do better. So I had the Yveltal in there before, but it kind of seemed like a dead card. I wasn't, especially playing against so many of these dark decks that also run Petra, and it feels like a dead card. But yeah, let's see what we can do. I said we got the Battle Cage. We do have the Town Store. It's not a bad deck, but it needs some fine tuning, I think. But yeah, all right, guys. Well, that's gonna do it for us tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Like I said, I'm sick, but hopefully it didn't make for a bad experience watching. But yeah, I said I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching, and we're going to go ahead and get back to hopefully our regular scheduled programming next Thursday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and I will see you guys next week. Have yourselves a great night. Bye, guys.